How you going, guys, and welcome to another episode of Skull Cam. In this episode, we're not going to be playing around with these bikes. We've got something else. Let's turn around and have a look. So the story goes, I seen these quads advertised on a local buy and sell site for $100, and I thought to myself, surely we can get at least one quad going out of these three. The first quad we got is an 80cc automatic electric start. The second quad's also an automatic electric start, but this one's a 110cc. And then the last quad, it's also a 110cc automatic electric start, the same as the other blue one. Do they go? Well, the answer is no, none of them go, none of them start. Here's what I do know. Let's take a closer look. So we got the first quad, the black one. Let's take the seat off. I've taken the seat off and there's a battery. That's a good start. Let's turn the key on and see what happens. Turn the kill switch on. And nothing. I can see the back lights seem to be working. Let's check the front. Turn them on. And I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's on really dim. I'm hoping it's only a flat battery, so I'm going to stick it on charge for a while, then we'll get back to this one and see what happens. Let's have a look at quad number 2. Take the seat off this one. Check it out, no battery. Looks like we can't even try and get this one started until I sort that out. On to quad number 3, the last one. Let's have a look. Take the seat off this one. Maybe. There we go. And this one's got a battery, so let's turn the key on and see what happens. Well, there's no back light. Let's turn the front light on, see if that works. It's already on. Come around, have a look. And that one's working, so let's press start. Kill switch on. Let's press the button. That was looking promising. I'm going to check the fuel, make sure we got fuel in there. It's about 10 minutes later and I stuck some fuel in there, but the problem was it was leaking out of the overflow from the carburetor. So I had to disconnect the fuel hose and drain it back into this container. That means the carburetor on this one needs taking off and giving a good clean before it will start. The next step would be to take the battery out of this one, stick it on charge, take the carburetor off the end one, and get it cleaned up and stick it back on. I've got the old battery out of the black quad and it's charging. And now I've got the good battery out of the end bike in this bike. Let's turn the key on and see if it starts. Key's on. Kill switch on. Well, that sounded good. We'll check the fuel and then see if it starts. I'm going to use the fuel that we stuck in the first bike just so we don't waste any. And it's not looking good. It's leaking out the carb. I'm going to have to take this one off as well and give it a good clean. It's also making a mess. At least we know the black one turns over. Let's move on to the middle one. I've taken the seat off and I was going to put the good battery in and see if it fired up, but then I realised there's a bit of a problem. If we come around to this side of the quad and look over there where the key is, there's no key, so we won't be starting this one until I sort out. Camera cut out, battery went flat. Let's get back to it. Quick update on the black quad bike. I've taken the cover off and now it's time to get to the carby and give it a good clean out. Here's a close look at the carb. The bolts are undone. We're just removing the slide and the carburetor should be free. Get this carburetor on the workbench, pull it to pieces and find out why it's not working properly. It's looking nice and clean inside. Let's pull it apart further and see if we can find any problems. The carburetor's pulled down to all its pieces. It looks pretty good, so the next thing I'm going to do is adjust the float to try and stop that fuel leaking out. The float's bent and adjusted, so hopefully that stops the fuel from leaking out. Let's stick it back together and put it back on the bike. The carb's back on. Now it's time to put the plastics on, put some fuel in it, and see if it even starts up. We'll get the battery back in there. Stick the fuel in and see if the carbs stop leaking. I can see fuel dripping out of the fuel line, but that's not the carburetor, so it looks like we fixed it. Let's try and start it up. Turn the key on. Turn the kill switch on. Here we go. Try the choke. Choke's on. Hit the button again. Try giving it a bit of gas. Let's try that again. Stick the key on, kill switch on. There we go, one quad down, she's fired up, that's a good start. Now we only have 2 more to go. And before I end this one guys, I just want to say a big thanks to all the Skull Camp subscribers. We're growing every day. Give a thumbs up for a like, leave a comment, it helps the channel grow. I look forward to the next episode of Skull Camp to see if we can get one of these quads going. And until next time, that's a wrap.
Skull Camp!